From $40,000 in debt to a millionaire at 30, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys exactly how I did it. There are two main pillars that create success in any area of your life. Now, success is going to happen when you merge both concepts. The strategy is the how-to. It's the sexy stuff, like how to pay off your debt quickly and save money and interest, how to increase your credit score so you qualify for better rates, how to effectively negotiate your salary so you can make more money, how to effectively save and invest your money so you can grow your wealth while you sleep. Now, a lot of people skip over this step, but the mindset is actually the foundation to making all of that strategy work. It's understanding that believing you're the victim will mean you will always be the victim. That if you're always looking for ways that it won't work, it never will. That if you secretly hate money, you'll never have more of it. And whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you are right. Just as thinking positive thoughts will never make you rich and you'll never manifest money just by saying affirmations is the same way that just learning the tactic will never make you rich if you don't have the right mindset, because you won't take action, or you'll get discouraged and quit anytime something feels hard. And learning the tactic without the mindset means you'll probably just lose money. So the first thing I had to do to start going from $40,000 in debt to becoming a millionaire at 30 is reprogramming my mindset for wealth and abundance. This is actually called a growth mindset, and I talk more about it on my page. But once I did that, then I got into the tactic. So first I'm going to share with you the things that I did to set up my cash flow, and then second will be the things that I did to set up and grow my wealth. For cash flow, the absolute first thing that I did was set up my emergency fund. You can think of this as like your oh shit fund. This is cash that you need to have available in case shit hits the fan, so you have money to deal with it and you don't have to go into debt. I have now built up to 6 months of bare bones expenses. I keep 6 months in a high yield savings account and the other 6 months in a 3-month rolling GIC. The next step I took was actually addressing my debt. Now, my student loans were technically lower interest, and from a math perspective, it probably made more sense to invest the money instead of paying that down. But I did pay those off, and I did it for the emotional ROI. I don't like owing anything to anyone. There are more videos on my page about the best strategies to use to pay down your debt if you want to go check them out. From there, I actually started what's called a sinking funds account. This is where you're going to save for expected expenses. So things like Christmas presents or snow tires. This way, I actually had the cash to pay for those expenses when they came up instead of having to go into debt to deal with it. The best way to stay out of debt is to plan. Fail to plan and plan to fail. I also developed another account within my high yield savings account for my wedding so that I could save for it and pay for that all in cash. Then for wealth building. First and foremost, I wanted to make sure I was maximizing how much I was earning for every hour of my life I was trading for money. So first, I learned how to effectively negotiate a raise, and hint, that is not going into your boss's office and asking for more money. Then I took another program so I could upgrade my skill set and got a new job, effectively doubling my salary. Now, this is a big one. While I was paying down my debt, I also set up my investing accounts. I have a TFSA for tax-free growth. In the US, a similar account is your Roth IRA, and I also have an RRSP. I opened the RRSP once I started making over $60,000 a year to take advantage of the tax deductions for each contribution I made. I actually have a free investing class if you guys are interested in learning more about that on our website under freebies. While I was doing all of this, I also looked for ways to turn things that were traditionally an expense, like your housing, into an investment. So I flipped my first property for a 6-figure profit, and then when I went to do my second, I was gonna flip it, make multi-6 figures, instead decided to keep that as a rental. When I was investing, I first prioritized investing for capital gains or growth of your money. But then as I started to reach my goals, I started to convert those investments and put more money into investments that prioritized passive income. This way I could start to cover my bare basic living expenses and reach financial freedom. I now make 6 figures a year passively and have become work optional in my 30s. If you want to learn more, like I was saying, we have a ton of content on our page, or you can check out our website under freebies. We have like 4 free trainings available.